Your heart rate just went up. You didn't notice, but it did. The moment your phone buzzed, something ancient activated inside you. Not curiosity, not excitement, fear. The same biological response that kept your ancestors alive in a world full of things trying to kill them is now being triggered by a notification from Instagram. Your brain cannot tell the difference. It never learned how. And the people who built your phone knew that before you did. Deep inside your brain sits a small almond-shaped structure, the amygdala. It has one job: detect threats, react instantly. Before your conscious mind even knows what happened, the amygdala has already responded. Heart rate up, cortisol released, muscles tensed. This system is 300 million years old. It predates humans, it predates mammals. It kept every ancestor you have ever had alive long enough to have children, and that is spectacularly, catastrophically bad at the modern world. Because it was built for one thing: immediate physical danger, the rustle in the grass, the shadow that moves wrong, the sound that shouldn't be there. It was not built for an unread email, a Reddit notification, a text from someone you're not sure likes you. But your amygdala does not know that. It cannot know that. It just detects something requires your attention. React. Here is what happens in the 0.2 seconds after your phone lights up. Your amygdala fires. Cortisol and adrenaline enter your bloodstream. Your focus narrows. Your body prepares to fight or run. All of this before you have read a single word, before you know if it's important, before you even pick it up. The phone didn't need to say anything. The light alone was enough. The sound alone was enough. Because uncertainty is the most dangerous thing to a threat detection system. Your ancestor didn't wait to find out if that rustle in the grass was a lion. He ran first, identified it later. Your brain applies the same logic to every unknown notification. Could be nothing, could be devastating. React first, read later. Your nervous system doesn't do probably fine. It does survive. This was not an accident. Ozzy Raskin worked at Mozilla. He invented Infinite Scroll in 2006, the feature where content never ends. You never reach the bottom. There is no bottom. He later said he didn't realize what he was creating. He estimated Infinite Scroll wastes approximately 200,000 human hours every single day, globally. He publicly apologized because he understood what he had done. He had removed the natural stopping point that your brain needs to exit the threat detection loop. When you scroll, your brain is scanning constantly. Is this important? No. Is this important? No. Is this important? Wait. And that pause, that micro moment of uncertainty, fires the amygdala again. Every single time. You are not scrolling. You are doing a threat assessment of an infinite savanna that never runs out of rustling grass. B.F. Skinner was a psychologist, 1950s Harvard. He studied what made behavior addictive. He found one pattern, more powerful than any other: variable reward schedules. Not consistent rewards, not no rewards. Variable. Sometimes you pull the lever, nothing. Sometimes you pull the lever, jackpot. The unpredictability is the addiction, because uncertain reward activates the dopamine system harder than guaranteed reward. Your brain releases more dopamine anticipating a possible reward than actually receiving one. This is why gambling is more addictive than winning. This is why checking your phone is more compelling than reading a book. The book will always be there. The notification might be amazing, might be nothing, might change everything, might be completely irrelevant. You won't know until you check, and your dopamine system lights up at that uncertainty every single time. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of them studied Skinner. None of them will tell you that. Your phone is a slot machine. You are pulling the lever approximately 96 times per day. That number is not an estimate. That is the measured average for American smartphone users according to research from D-Scout published in 2016. 96 times, every day, without counting, without noticing, without choosing. Cortisol is useful in small doses. It sharpens focus, mobilizes energy,
prepares you to respond to a real threat. But chronic cortisol, cortisol that never fully drops, is a slow demolition. Your immune system weakens, your memory consolidation disrupts, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational decision-making, long-term planning, impulse control, literally shrinks under chronic stress, measurably, visibly on brain scans. A 2017 study published in Computers and Human Behavior found that simply having your phone on your desk, even face down, even switched off, reduced available cognitive capacity. Not distracted you, reduced your cognitive capacity. Because part of your brain, partially allocated to monitoring the phone, just in case. Just in case. That is what chronic threat detection does. It never fully turns off. It runs in the background, consuming processing power you don't even know you're spending. Tristan Harris worked at Google, design ethicist. He wrote an internal memo in 2013, called it a call to minimize distraction and respect users' attention. He argued that Google and tech companies broadly had an ethical responsibility not to exploit human psychological vulnerabilities. The memo went viral inside Google. He got a standing ovation. Then, nothing changed. He left. Founded the Center for Humane Technology, started talking publicly about what he'd seen. He said something in a 2017 TED Talk that has been viewed over 40 million times. A handful of people working at a handful of companies are deciding what a billion people think and feel and do every single day. Not because they are evil, because they are measured on engagement, and the fastest path to engagement runs directly through your amygdala. Fear, outrage, uncertainty, threat. These are not side effects of social media. They are the business model. You've tried. You've told yourself, 1 more minute. You've set screen time limits. You've deleted apps. You've put the phone in another room, and then walked into that room for no reason, because willpower operates in the prefrontal cortex, and the prefrontal cortex is losing a fight against a system 300 million years older than it. The amygdala does not care about your intentions. It does not respond to, I've decided to be more present. It responds to stimuli, and the phone has been precision engineered to be the most powerful stimulus in your immediate environment, every single time, without exception. You are not weak. You are outgunned. Think about the last time you sat in complete silence. No phone, no screen, no background noise. Just you and your own thoughts. How long did it last? A 2014 study published in Science asked participants to sit alone in a room with nothing for 15 minutes. No phone, no book, no distractions. They were given one option: to press a button that would administer a mild electric shock to themselves. 67% of men and 25% of women chose to shock themselves rather than sit alone with their thoughts. They chose physical pain over mental silence. Your brain was not built for silence. It was built for vigilance, for scanning, for checking. The phone didn't create that need. It inherited it and then weaponized it against you. Your phone is not the enemy. That framing is too simple, too comfortable. The truth is harder. Your phone is a mirror. It showed the entire tech industry exactly where your brain was vulnerable, and they built directly into that vulnerability with extraordinary precision. The rustling grass is a notification. The predator is a red badge number. The threat is an unread message from someone you might have disappointed. Your amygdala cannot tell the difference. It was never supposed to. It was built for a world where not knowing what was in the grass could kill you. That world is gone, but the system remains, running the same code on completely different hardware. The question is not, how do you put the phone down? The question is, now that you know what it's doing, can you feel it happening in real time and choose anyway? That gap between stimulus and response is the only place you are actually free. Use it.